The Galactic Council's gift arrived on a Tuesday. 6 identical vessels, each the size of Manhattan, materialized in geosynchronous orbit around Earth. Their hulls shimmered with an iridescent material unknown to human science, casting rainbow reflections across the night sky visible to the naked eye. No warning, no communication, just presence. Global panic lasted approximately 8 hours before the ships broadcast a simple message in all Earth languages simultaneously. We bring protection. Installation begins. Admiral James Wilson, head of the United Nations Space Command, ordered a defensive posture, but received direct orders from a hastily assembled World Security Council to stand down. Humanity had no weapons capable of threatening the visitors. Diplomacy was the only option. What exactly are they protecting us from? Wilson demanded during the emergency session. And why now? We've been broadcasting our existence for over a century. Dr. Eliza Morgan, the Council's xenobiologist, adjusted her glasses. Perhaps they've only just detected us, or perhaps the threat they're protecting us from has only recently emerged. The Council representatives exchanged uneasy glances as satellite imagery showed the alien vessels deploying what appeared to be massive energy projectors around Earth's atmosphere. 3 days passed. The visitors worked methodically, ignoring all attempts at communication beyond their initial message. Then, as suddenly as they had appeared, 5 of the ships vanished. The remaining vessel adjusted its position and transmitted, "Shield installation complete. Your world is now protected. We regret we could not arrive sooner." After this cryptic message, the final ship disappeared. Earth scientists scrambled to understand what had happened. The shield appeared to be an energy field of unprecedented complexity, extending from the upper atmosphere to just beyond lunar orbit. It was nearly undetectable except for a slight prismatic effect when viewed from certain angles. It didn't impede satellites, didn't affect communications, and seemed to allow normal space traffic. But it was definitely there. And nobody knew what it did. From what? Became the question on everyone's lips. What threat was so severe that an advanced civilization would expend such resources to protect a species they'd never formally contacted? Some speculated cosmic radiation. Others, asteroid impacts. The more paranoid suggested invasion by hostile aliens. Wilson wasn't satisfied with speculation. He convinced the World Security Council to fund a research mission to the shield's outer boundary. The research vessel Curiosity launched 3 weeks later with a hand-picked crew including Dr. Morgan and Wilson himself. "I don't trust anyone else to report back accurately," he told the Council. "If there's something out there we need to prepare for, I want to see it firsthand." As they approached the shield's perimeter, their instruments detected unusual energy fluctuations. "It's not just passive," Dr. Morgan said, studying her readings. "It appears to be searching for something specific." Wilson peered through the viewport. "Like a filter?" "Precisely. But what it's filtering for?" The shield flared suddenly, a section directly ahead of them pulsing with brilliant blue light. The Curiosity's sensors went haywire. "Something's coming through," the pilot shouted. A rift appeared in space. There was no other way to describe it. The blackness of space simply tore. From within emerged a shape that defied description, constantly shifting, absorbing light rather than reflecting it. The shield responded instantly. Energy lanced from multiple points converging on the intruder. The thing emitted no sound, space permitted none, but they all sensed its fury as it struggled against the barrier. For 17 terrifying seconds, the crew watched the shield contain and then disintegrate the entity. Dr. Morgan's hands trembled as she documented the encounter. It was feeding on space-time itself. The readings suggest it was converting matter into something our instruments can't even measure. Wilson's military mind went immediately to defense. And there are more where that came from. The Curiosity returned to Earth with its disturbing findings. The shield was protection against predators that hunted between dimensions, creatures that had apparently discovered Earth and identified it as prey. In the following months, the shield activated 73 more times, Each instance was meticulously recorded and studied. Scientists determined the entities were not only deadly but seemingly intelligent, probing different areas of the shield for weaknesses. Humanity's response was characteristically human. They didn't cower in fear. They didn't just thank their mysterious benefactors. Instead, they began to understand the shield technology and develop their own versions. They created detection systems for the rifts. They studied the entity's patterns and behaviors. 5 years after the shield's installation, the original alien vessels returned. Their new message was simple. You were meant to hide. Instead, you prepare to fight. Unexpected. Interesting. This time, when they offered communication, Admiral Wilson asked the question that had been burning in humanity's collective mind. Why us? Why protect humans specifically? The answer came after a long pause. We protected 10,000 worlds. You are the first to ask not just from what, but how can we help? The others merely accepted safety. You seek understanding, this is why we returned. The aliens, calling themselves simply Guardians, revealed a galaxy far more dangerous than humanity had imagined, but also offered partnership rather than mere protection. As Dr. Morgan later wrote in her memoirs, they gave Earth a shield and we questioned from what. They didn't realize that curiosity itself was humanity's greatest shield all along, and ultimately, our greatest weapon.